Tell me what to do. Show me how to feel. Under your control. Everything is real. So hit me. So hit me. So hit me.
Hello guys, once again welcome back. Today we have NS200 with us. This is the Pulsar NS200 BS6 version. So the changes between the older gen Pulsar NS200 and this new gen Pulsar 200 is this rim colors. It gets with colored rims now. Personally, I don't like this color on the rims, but the rim design is very well. I will show you on from the other side. The rim design is very well, but this color scheme I didn't like it. Most of the people might like it, and it gets with this some reddish accents over here. This is the front tire. The tire section of front tire is 180 by 17 inches, and it gets with both front and back ABS. And this is the suspension, regular suspension. It gets with this halogen lights, and this is the halogen headlight. These are the DRLs, which are also halogen, and it has this sharp face like design in the front. And this is the side look. Overall ground clearance is 1006 overall ground clearance is 168 mm, and this is the 200cc engine. Engine specifications we will talk while riding. It gets with liquid cooling. Here is the radiator. It gets with liquid cooling, and this is the rear foot peg, and the foot pegs are slightly rear set. It gets with both side stand and double stand, and it also gets with this underbelly exhaust, which is a good thing. I like it, this feature very well. And it gets with aluminum swing arm. This is the rear tire, and let's see the rear tire section. Yes, it's over here. 130/70 by 17 inches. In the rear also it gets with 17-inch tire, and this is the rear tire hugger. It's very good. I like this design very well. This is the tail. It has this metallic finish like thing over here. So this is the rear look. In the rear it gets with the same pulsar like design tail lamps, which are LED. These are the halogen indicators, and NS written over here. The rear pillion seat is very good, very wide and very big as well, so two people won't be a problem. And these are the rear grab rails, which are also very good. So here is the Pulsar badging, and here is the 200 badging over here. It gets with fuel injection in the BS6 avatar. So, and these are the mirrors. Mirrors don't look very well. It has this cheap finishing. I didn't like the mirror quality. And these are the brakes. It gets with pass switch over here, and this is the high beam, low beam indicator button. This is also little bit odd. The finish quality is not good. This is the horn. Horn is loud enough, and these are lit up. And it gets with slip-on handlebars. You can see it has this slip-on handlebars, and this is the key of the motorcycle. It has this Pulsar branding on it. Pulsar branding on it. And these are the tail lights. It does a full swipe. This is the fuel indicator. This is the odo, speed, and time is over here. This is the RPM shift light, and here is the Bajaj logo, not the Bluetooth logo. And this is the engine check light, temperature light. I think this is the fluids light, headlight, high beam light, battery indicator, neutral light, and indicator light over here. So this is it. This is the RPM meter, and speed is digital over here. So before riding, let's talk about some things. It gets with 12 liters of fuel tank capacity, and overall seat height is 804 mm, so it won't be a problem for short riders. It does a full swipe while turning it on, and this is the RPM shift light, as I said. Exhaust note is quite bassy, I would say. Sorry for the voiceover, guys. I forgot to connect the mic. Anyways, let's talk about the bike. First of all, let's talk about this new paint scheme. I didn't like this new paint scheme. The earlier paint scheme used to be very good. It used to be very subtle and very matured. But this new paint scheme looks very odd. Like there are so many colors going around with those white alloy wheels. I didn't like that. And now let's talk about the performance. It gets with 199cc 4-stroke liquid cooled engine, which produces 24.5 PS of power at the rate 9750 RPM. Yes, you heard right, at the rate 9750 RPM, and 18.5 Newton meters of torque at the rate 8000 RPM. Till 7000 RPM it's very linear, but after 7000 RPM it goes mad. Like it shows all its potential. And now let's talk about the gear ratios. Gear ratios are very long, but in the instrument cluster it doesn't show the gear position indicator. That's the problem. And now let's talk about the weight. It's 156 kgs, so it's not very heavy, and it's very easy to lean as well. Cornering abilities are also very good. And now let's talk about the brakes. In the front it gets with ABS, but in the rear it doesn't get with ABS. But it performs well. Brakes have good stopping power in them. This is the most powerful bike in its price segment. And now let's talk about the suspension. In the front the suspension is tuned soft, but in the rear the suspension is hard to maintain that high speed stability. If you don't know, this and the Duke 200 shares the same engine, but Duke 200 numbers are high. I mean, the torque and power figures are more than this NS200, but initially Duke 200 performs very well, but when it comes to top end, NS200 performs very well. The top speed is more compared to the Duke 200, and the cruising speed of this NS200 is somewhere around 95 to 100. It can clock long distances, and the seating position is also quite good, I would say. The handlebar is wide, so you can clock long distances on this NS200 with pillion. Pillion seat is also wide enough, so it won't be a problem. Side mirrors are good enough. It shows what's the view of behind. BS6 norms didn't affect this performance of this NS200. It does 1 second faster than the BS4 version on 0 to 100 run. It does 0 to 100 in 11.5 seconds. And now let's take a U-turn from here. It's about to rain, so I have to go back. And now let's check the turning radius of this bike. The turning radius is quite good. Once again, let's check how does it perform. Now I am in the first gear. Oh god, I am very impressed because it's easily reaching till 10,000 RPM, but till 7,000 RPM the pickup is very linear, but after the 7,000 RPM it suddenly starts to scream. But the vibrations are not very much, but after the 7,000 or 8,000 mark it buzzes little bit. The main rival for this NS200 is Apache RTR 200. In RTR there are it's very feature loaded, but when it comes to this NS there are very few features in this NS200. Like RTR gets with all LED lights, slipper clutch, and it also records the time of drag races. I think I am not very sure, but it does something like that. But in NS, compared to this 2021, it has very few features. It doesn't even have the gear position indicator. So if you want features, you go for the Apache RTR 200. But if you are a NS lover, you like this muscular looks, you can go for this. And the build quality is also not very impressive. I mean that switch gear quality and all those. So on this note, let's end this video. If you are watching my channel for the first time, do subscribe. There are 96% of non-subscribed people who are watching. If you are one of those, please do subscribe. And if you liked my efforts, like this video. So that's it for now. Bye.